All right. Next up, we have our screenwriting faculty, Stephen Canals. Stephen Canals is the Emmy-nominated and Peabody Award-winning co-creator, executive producer, director, and writer of the FX drama series Pose. A groundbreaking queer Afro-Puerto Rican creator, Stephen's work on Pose has received numerous accolades, including 2 AFI Awards for TV Program of the Year, 3 GLAAD Media Awards for Outstanding Drama Series, plus Golden Globe and Critics' Choice Award nominations for Best Drama Series. Stephen has received the Final Draft Awards New Voice Award for TV, in addition to being featured on the cover of the Hollywood Reporter's Pride issue, and named to their list of 50 most powerful LGBTQ players in Hollywood. The Hollywood Reporter has also named Stephen one of Hollywood's 50 most powerful showrunners. Powerful 50s here. Stephen is currently directing episodically while developing new projects that center the voices and stories of historically marginalized and underrepresented communities under his Story Ave Productions banner. And very currently, our screenwriting faculty. Everyone, please welcome Stephen Canals.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for that intro. I really wish I was him. Uh, and thank you, Aiden, for that beautiful reading. It's sad that I have to follow it. So today I'm going to share with all of you the cold open to a pilot that I wrote several years ago, which is my companion piece to Pose. And the story is called Hope Projects, and it follows the Garcia family, who, after a fraudulent fire, are forced to relocate to a gritty South Bronx tenement called the Hope Projects. But when crack cocaine hits the streets of the Bronx, the aspiring author and my protagonist, Gigi Garcia, is forced to make unprincipled choices to survive. For me, Hope Projects really is a way of paying homage to my parents and the many lives that have been lived and lost on the streets of the South Bronx. This pilot is a love letter to the streets that co-parented me and also are a way for me to honor the lives of the many people who impacted my life. This is a story about survival, resilience, and hope. So I'm going to read along with several of my screenwriting cohort. We're going to read the first 5 pages, and then I'm going to end with after I get to the end of the cold open, I'm going to end with Gigi's a monologue that Gigi makes at the very end of the pilot, which I think for me really sums up what the story is all about. And I'm also going to share these pages so that, oh, I guess I can't do that. I was going to have the script up just so that people can follow, because I know sometimes for me it's tough to follow if I can't see it. So if I could do that, that would be amazing.
I just turned on sharing for you.
Thank you so much. Okay, great. Okay. Exterior, Liberty Island, Manhattan, evening. Lady Liberty stands tall, proud. Her luminous torch casts an orange glow that rests gently on the waves of the harbor. From this vantage point, she has an unencumbered view of the beleaguered New York skyline, imposing, ravaged. In the distance, we hear the shriek of a siren as smoke billows toward the bleak night sky.
The Bronx is burning.
Title card, 1984. Exterior, South Bronx. A fire truck barrels down a littered street past burned out buildings. On every corner, piles of bricks, trash.
It was only a matter of time.
Debris lines the sidewalk. Someone has taken an unsavory bite out of the Big Apple. Interior basement, South Bronx walk up. A storage unit, boxes piled high. Everything is drenched.
Before we were all engulfed.
A spark, gloved hands ignite a book of matches. The flames drink the gasoline, an unquenchable thirst. Interior, apartment 321, South Bronx walk up at the same time. A modest railroad style apartment, cluttered with refurbished furniture, a silver Curtis Mathis color television. Close on TV, President Reagan at the National Christmas Tree lighting ceremony, discussing ties that bind or some shit. On the exterior fire escape, Gigi Garcia, 25, a kinky haired brown beauty, sips a mug of tea. Her perfectly manicured hand grips a ballpoint pen. The pen glides effortlessly as ink bleeds onto the page of a small black journal, once upon a time scribbled at the top. Gigi breathes in the foggy air. An uncanny hush descends over the building. Behind her, the apartment lights flicker. Bzz, darkness.
Fuck.
Gigi steps into the apartment. She flips the switch on off, nothing. She grabs the phone, no dial tone. And then we hear footsteps, shouting. Gigi inches out of the kitchen, grabs a broom, feels her way through the dark, follows the noise. She opens the front door. Her gaze falls upon untenanted apartments, doors swung open. Edgar Garcia, 27, tall and sturdy, with knuckles the size of walnuts, charges up the stairwell.
Ed,
Gigi, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be at my mother's house.
your mother's a pain in the ass. I had to leave.
Gigi,
We lost power.
Gigi, listen.
You forgot to pay the electric bill again, didn't you? What did you do with the money?
Gigi, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Light emanates from a small window, and then she sees it. Gigi's point of view, wood crackles, fire roars, the sky blanketed in a shroud of smoke.
Edgar, the building's on fire.
Immobile, Gigi watches the flames creep up the side of the building's facade. Edgar enters the apartment, darts toward the bedroom. He raids the closet, slings a green military duffel over his shoulders. David Garcia sleeps on a twin-sized bed. He scoops the boy into his arms.
Poppy?
Edgar sprints toward the front door, falls into the hallway. Where the hell is Gigi? Edgar rushes back in. The apartment fills with smoke.
Gigi?
Gigi rummages through kitchen drawers, pulls an envelope.
Gigi, what the fuck are you doing? We gotta get out of here.
In 9 years, Gigi's never seen fear in Edgar's eyes. She grabs the duffel, throws the envelope along with her journal into the bag. Edgar grabs Gigi by the arm, pushes her toward the front door. In the distance, we hear the familiar sound of a siren blaring. The fire department is on the scene. Tenants spill out onto the street, holding hands over their ears as red lights dance across their tear-stained faces. The fire washes over the building, an orange glow seen through the tide of flames. Firemen hurriedly open a fire hydrant, attach the nozzle. A high-pressure blast of water hits the building. The building howls as the water challenges the flames for supremacy. Inside, Edgar, Gigi, and David rush out of the apartment. Fuck, the fire has overwhelmed the stairwell. Plaster and wood crinkle as the inferno devours the walls. The smoke balloons as the blaze surges. The Garcia family fall into the apartment, crawl through the kitchen. Gigi drops the duffel. You can't see anything. Edgar reaches for the kitchen window. It won't open. It's stuck. David coughs, the air thick, smoky. Gigi's eyes water as she covers David's face with her shirt. Edgar reaches around the kitchen counter, finds a dish rag, wraps it around his hand, punches the window. Edgar reaches through the window, forcing the frame open. He grabs Gigi and David, pushes them out onto the fire escape.
Where's the bag?
I dropped it.
Edgar dives into the apartment. The fire quickly surges. Smoke envelops the space. Edgar clenches his teeth as he reaches into the flames for the duffel, his right arm seared. Outside, Gigi gasps for air. She waves at the tenants below.
Help! Help us!
Edgar climbs out of the window, his arm a charred mess, the duffel in hand. The Garcia family tumble down the wrought iron steps toward the second landing. A window explodes. Ed drops the duffel. The Garcias plunge toward the first floor. Firemen pull the family off of the safety ladder. The building groans. The earth beneath them quakes as the interior of the building plummets. Gigi watches, tears in her eyes, as the embers frolic toward the heavens. And we Cut to title sequence. Gigi's final monologue is the following. The Bronx is burning. Every fire begins with a spark. We've lit the matches. We've ignited the flames. Our extinguished dreams lost amid the ruins. Yet we survive, clinging to our desires and audacious aspirations, because in the end, all we have is hope. Thank you.